So excited. I'm here today with Anna-Carin from Sweden, very far, far away. Anna, tell us what's your story? Tell me about your relationship with the water.
Oh, 2013, I become the first woman to achieve the seven oceans.
Mm,
So that's kind of my story.
yeah, you went for it.
Yes, I did. I did. I started in 2010, and then I finished 2013.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot of seven oceans in 3 years. That's a lot. Take us back though first. Tell us about little Anna-Carin and how little Anna-Carin came to know the water there in Sweden.
I started when I was 6 years old. We were going to the pool for just to enjoy and to play around, but they have swim practice, so I started to train. And the trainer, he was from Hungarian, so he had that kind of the strong Hungarian coaching. You go for it. But I started, and I still love it.
So did you swim, just kind of swim team right from 6 years old?
Yeah.
How did you get into the open water?
When I become 15, I didn't qualify to the nationals, so I just wanted to continue during the summertime. And then we had our open water swims here in Sweden, and they were around 3K long. But I just loved it, and that kind of was a adventure for me and my father. So we kind of got all the goody stuff with us. We went for the swim, and he was standing somewhere that I could see him, and he was just winking with his hand. And then that was just so lovely. And we went back home after the swim. We had this like an adventure time.
I love that. I love that. What a neat memory to have with your father to swim together. That's great. So then 15, you started in open water. What inspired you to start crossing channels and oceans around the world?
Everything kind of went with the flow. So when I got my son at 25, Eric, I started to swim master swimming and competing. And on one of the competition, there was a man, Leif Gillberg, and he told me about his big swims that he did do in the late 50s, in the beginning of 60s. And he looked me in the eyes and said, Anna, when are you going to do the proper swims? I just, oh my God, what about two and a fly? Is that not the proper one? No, no, you should go for a long distance, open water. But
Oh,
okay, maybe. And that's kind of how everything started. So the only thing I knew about was the English Channel. So I reached out to the organization. Well, okay, can I do this summer? Oh no, you have to train for it. But okay, I got you. So then I started to train for it, and booked my first slot at 2010 with Eddie Spelling, and that was such amazing time. Just loved it.
yeah. I want to hear a little bit about preparing for it. So it sounds like it was a little bit of a challenge from someone in master's practice that's like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
swim for real.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
but had that individual that was kind of challenging you to do longer distances, had they done the English channel?
No, they haven't.
Okay. It's interesting because there's it seems like little, I think of them as like pockets of those kind of channel swimmers. And then they like kind of draw people in and then they
Yeah,
get
yeah,
them swimming longer distances. And there's little pockets of them all around the world. I love it.
yeah,
But so the English channel, you were just like, okay, swim longer distances. Let's go for it.
yeah. Exactly. And then I got knowledge that there was a Swedish guy that was planning to swim the channel. I had no idea who he was. He didn't swim in any Swedish swim club, so we had no idea. So this Fredrik, he was studying in England somewhere, and somehow I got the knowledge of him, and I met him up in Stockholm at the Central train station. I just look at him and I said, "You're quite slim." Yeah, but I like Guinness. But okay, Guinness and long distance. Okay. And he told me which captain I should have and everything. And and also he informed me how he used to train in Dover with Frida, who's always sitting on the beach there. And I said, okay, nice, but I will not be able to go there for a week and then go back home. So I'm going to get to Dover 1 month ahead and do the major training there. But I still have to prepare myself a lot back here in Sweden before I go.
What was that? I get at first. I'm curious, just as a mom myself. How old was Eric when you were training for the English Channel?
That was 10. He was 17.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Was he a fan of you and your preparations for long distance swimming?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think
17
so.
boys, like, yeah, whatever, mom.
Yeah, he couldn't understand that I put on all the weight. And I said, but I need to do that because I'm not that fast. So you have two choices, swim fast or put on some weight. And I thought it was easier to put on weight. I still have it. I don't know. It's not gone.
Just that's how we stay warm, right? Our bioprene.
Yeah, that's around the waist here.
So what did you do for cold preparation? It seems like the water would be cool enough in Sweden in the summer for you. I don't know. What was it like for you preparing for that first swim?
Yeah. I was, first of all, I was training the whole autumn and I did my 6 hour qualification alone in my lake. And I was going around in circles for 6 hours. And I just kept on swimming and ice dipping through the winter. And as soon as the ice went off, I started to swim outside again. But I did long hours in the pool. And I also did some boxing just mentally, because you can't go to a boxing course and you're not there mentally, because then you're gonna get a punch in your face.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you mean actual boxing?
Yeah.
Like, but you said mentally too, so not actual.
Yeah, but for me it was more mentally.
Oh, okay.
Because you have to be focused on what you are doing.
Absolutely, yeah.
And my maximum pulse was on top during the warm up because it was so intense. But it was still very funny, and I was doing that 3 times a week, and then a lot of swim training in the pool and also at the gym. So there was a lot.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of swim training, but it's curious to me that like boxing is kind of a cross training or mental preparation. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, cool.
I think that was good.
Yeah, I think we like you said, you need the mental preparation to be in the water for hours and hours on end. There's lots of ways to do it. I've just not heard of boxing before.
Yeah.
That's great. So Eddie Spelling takes what are you feeling? What had you done any other? So you'd done your 6 hour qualifier. Had you done any other long swims leading up to this? Nothing.
No, I did. I did. I think it was 1 or 2 months before I went to Dover. I swam around the island where I'm born and raised. Lidingö is called, and it was my father was driving the car, and he had a dog in the car, and he had a plastic bag that he put on the leash, and he put it down to me in the water. And where in the old times, back in the days, you had the calendar with all the with the maps and all the telephone numbers. So I marked where he should come and kind of meet me up.
Mm-hmm.
During this swim, and the swim around Lidingö was roughly 25K or something like that. So that was my major training. And then I got the knowledge about how the Coast Guards react. People was calling in. There was a person drowning, and they kind of come up to me with their lights on, but hey, come on, but okay, I'm just practicing. I'm just going to swim around the island.
Right.
Okay. I said, no problem. My father's in there. I'm like, this is no good. Yeah. But that's kind of my big practice. And off I went to Dover and stayed there for 1 month. And when I got to the beach, this is quite funny because everyone is looking up for Frida. She's,
Yeah, I've heard Frida. Yeah.
her daughter done 3 ways, or amazing. And then Frida looked at me and said, Anna, you should do like this. And I look at her, Frida, for God's sake, I've been training for over a year on my own by myself with no coaches whatsoever. You're not going to coach me here and now. I'm going to do my thing. And she was like, whoa, you're the only one who kind of said back to her. But it worked for me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. So you were there for a month. How long until your window, or how did it go with your window? Did you have to ride the Dover coaster and wait for the weathers and all that stuff?
I had my swim was on the 21st of September, so it was a week ahead. And I was there another 3 weeks, so 4 weeks together. Maybe, or was it 4 weeks till the window? But it doesn't matter. I was there plenty of time, so I could do proper training.
Mm-hmm.
And proper training for me, that's at least 3 hours swim, and that's roughly 10K. And
Wow.
I did that every day. And every day there was 3 ladies who had their tea and cookies on the beach. And when I was out swimming, when I did the channel, they said, maybe Anna's out there. She's not swimming today here, so she might be out there. And I was.
Yeah. Man, that's funny. Yeah, that's great. 10K every day leading up to the swim. That's so impressive to me. I don't, yeah, that's not how I train.
Yeah.
But yeah, was it in that like last little bit right before the swim? I'm curious what your, like, I like to conserve leading up to that big swim. And so I have all the energy on the day. What are you telling yourself? Like, what do you need to do that 10K each day leading up to the swim? I'm curious.
Just a few days before my window started, I went down to just half an hour.
Okay.
Kind of how you prepare yourself if you're going to do a race.
Mm-hmm,
just
right.
mentally, you're going in, you swim back and forward, but in the at the beach, and then you go up and you get ready mentally. You're ready. You know that you have been training, and you have your favorite costume, you have your goggles, you have your hat. Do know how often you're going to eat and everything, and then you're just waiting for the call. And every evening when Eddie called, sorry, Anna, it's not going to happen tomorrow either. But, okay, I go back down to the beach. Next morning, I did my half an hour and I'm back to the room. And that's kind of how I did it till it was my time. And Eddie said, tomorrow, it's a go. I'm like, yay. And then you're so ready. You're so ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're really, really ready by that time. What was that like looking out this? Did you start in the morning or during the day?
I was supposed to start earlier. This is the only swim where I had any person on the boat that I know. My father was coming down for the last week, and we were standing in the big marina. Eddie was in the private marina, so we were just waiting there, and there was no Eddie, nowhere. And after a while, there was this mate from the boat who was coming. Are you Anna? Yes. We're supposed to be in the private marina. I didn't know. So we kind of went off quite late. I think I started at 8, but it was light when I started.
Nice.
It was supposed to be dark, but it was light. So that's funny.
By the time.
Better, yeah. And then we just went on the boat, got to Shakespeare Beach, and get into the water, start swimming.
Yeah. How did that feel looking out at this channel before you? It's daylight. You've been working so hard for so long. What did it feel like?
It's just amazing. Just amazing. I don't know how to explain that feeling, but if you've done everything that you can do, you have to trust your captain because he's going to give you the best opportunity and the best condition he ever can do. I asked Eddie before, and I said, Eddie, I want to swim in the daylight, when it's light, and I would love to have a nice Frenchman on the other side. And I can't do that, but I'm gonna do you the best condition I can ever do. Well, okay, that's good for me. And it was so great, and we had this plan that I start to swim for 2 hours before I have my first feeding, and my father, he threw in everything on the line when the boat was still running. And Eddie, no. Well, okay, I didn't know what was happening on the boat because
Yeah.
my father was there. He is not very great in English,
Mm.
but he understood that something was wrong. And also on the yell, he hadn't put on taken away the cork, so I had to start to take the cork,
Just like
open
open.
up in the water. And but the next feeding was better because that wasn't after 1 hour. And then when I was in the middle of the channel, I just stopped and I was looking forward and backwards. And Eddie, what are you doing? I want to see the cliffs from both sides. I just loved it.
Yeah.
And I swam into the dock, and Mike, one of the crew member, he was putting down the dinghy in the water. And he kind of went with me the last bit because it was pitch black. You couldn't see a thing. And when I have touched the rock, I asked Mike, could I have a lift back to the big boat? Yes. And he kind of grabbed me. you don't want to know that, but he grabbed me as some places that he shouldn't have grabbed me and pulled me into the boat. And it was okay, thank you. And back on the boat, was everyone was sharing out and happy. And what is the first thing that you want when you have done a big swim in the ocean for many hours? What do you want?
What do I want?
Yeah, what do you want? A dry towel, maybe?
It depends on the outside temperature. The biggest, sea swim I've done. It's definitely like it's like something to take away the salt in your mouth is what I'm
Okay.
thinking of. What are you thinking
Yeah,
of?
but that wasn't the issue. I wanted power, but all my stuff have been out on the deck the whole day.
Oh no.
And my bag with the towel was down below, of course. Where
Of
else?
course. Yeah.
Where else? But it was great. I got my towel, and everything was good in the end.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, yeah, before it got dark, before Mike got in the dinghy, in England they said love to just a person. It's not because they are lovers. And Mike starts, love, are you all right? And I just
Oh.
look at him. What happened? What happened here? I haven't done anything. My swim costume is on everywhere. I have no idea. Are you all right, love? Yeah. It felt very, very
Very
strange
weird.
because you don't
Yeah.
say that in Sweden. You never use that word.
They don't
So
use
it was,
they don't call you love.
yeah, it was a quite strange feeling there in the end of the swim, but
Those little cultural differences is a beautiful thing about swimming in different places. I can only imagine. What I guess I'm curious. I guess like that feeling of kind of pride and accomplishment. I can only imagine after all the work put into that first swim.
yeah.
Yeah. And did you just immediately want more long swims?
Yes, I did. And I thought if the English people can do open water swimming, so the Irish should. So I looked up for the North Channel first and kind of booked in me for the next coming year in Ireland. And when I realized how cold the water was there, I pulled in my bath. You say bath?
Mm-hmm.
I pull up the water there and measure it for 13 degrees. And I'm, oh my God, this is very, very cold. But, but I just trained for it, and I had the same mentally knowledge that you need to get to Ireland plenty of time ahead. so you can get used to the water temperature, because there are a lot of people just coming over and they're kind of swim the next week or next few days, and they don't understand how cold it is. And they just realize when they jump into the water about, oh, this is very, very cold. So you need to know what you are getting into.
Yeah. I'm always, as a coach, I'm always having my swimmers, we like consider, start times, water temperature, salt, it's like, and then we put it in a training plan to prepare for that. But it's an important piece of, when you're going to make that big of an investment, I think, to go put in a big swim, right? We want to prepare as best you can.
Yeah.
So, so the North Channel was next. I'm trying to remember, what year was it that they declared like the Ocean 7, that it was like created? Was it? I might have to look it up. 2009. Okay.
Because Stephen Remond, the Irish guy, was the first one. And when I got to Ireland, Brian, the captain there, he told me about these 7 oceans. And he told me that he had crewed and had Stephen Remond, and he looked at me, you should do it. But yeah. I didn't even consider.
Is that right? You hadn't even thought of it?
No, I had no idea what I was heading into. But yeah, that's how it started. And I was there also for 1 month, but it was such a bad weather the whole time.
Oh, really?
So the day before I was going home, Brian called me and said, Anna, we're going tomorrow. Anna, Brian, I'm going home tomorrow.
Like, wait a second.
And I had a friend of mine that was there also, because she was going to be with me on the boat. And I need to consider that, because I don't know. And then I call Eddie. Eddie, what should I do? And Eddie, but Anna, you go home, you feel safe. You go back and you do it another time. And when I told Brian that, and he was just, okay. He was a little bit upset, because I said, no, I'm going home. But at the same time, I realized, oh my God, I need to do the same training one more time for this
all over again,
cold
right?
water. but it felt so much better anyway. So the North Channel became my last swim.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And yeah, so when I was there for the last time, we were 3 women at the same level, that we knew that one of us is going to be the first woman to achieve this. And we all of us knew that the one who's going to bring it home is going to do it early in the season. It's going to be even colder. And you just need to go for it. So that's how it was.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So you did all that training for the North Channel only to decide to go home when the day. Okay. And then, but you had this, while you were there, you heard about this Ocean 7 thing. And then what did you decide to do next?
Then I got this kind of sponsor who provided me for the next swim. If I succeeded, it paid for the next swim. So
wow.
I had, so there was, I had so much on it. So I couldn't just, fail, because I wouldn't be able to move forward. But we considered, and we booked, the next swim was in Molokai. So I went from Ireland to Hawaii.
Oh, wow. That's a big change in water temp.
Yeah, and the difference on the distance and the marina in the water and everything.
Yeah.
So just a few weeks or months later, I went to Hawaii and I did the Molokai Channel. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That fast. Oh my gosh. How did you find? I'm curious about finding the sponsor. That seems like it was early for, I don't know. How did you find a sponsor?
They were quite new with the brand of the swim costumes.
Okay.
They were big in the skis. So that's kind of, I had done a interview in a magazine, and he had read it and he contacted me and asked.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So that kind of how it started. And yeah, so I went to Hawaii instead.
Yeah. So next thing you know, you're going to Hawaii because you're already trained up, right?
Yeah,
For
yeah, yeah.
relatively speaking, other than the heat and whatever. But swimming wise. So what was Hawaii like for you?
It was lovely. It's beautiful. All the flowers, all the people. But that's what I think is amazing with these open water swims. All the people that you meet from all over the world. You cannot be friends forever. And if we're gonna walk past each other somewhere, but hi, Shannon, hi, Anna, how are you? Good, good, all right.
Yeah,
So
it's so
it's
amazing.
it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It brings together, yeah, brings us across cultures, across nations, like it's a beautiful um yeah, connection with people that we all speak swimming is what I like to think of it. So we can connect through our swimming.
And we know how each another feels about to before the swims, the hard training, the tough stuff in the water. And then when you have done it, you're happy. Oh, what can I do next? Oh, are you going to do the channel? Wow. Can I help you somehow? Or can I meet up somewhere or anything?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
amazing.
Did you have any I'm trying to think of the things that come up in Hawaii. So you must not have, if it was beautiful, you must not have had any shark sightings or having to get threatened to get pulled out or the current turning against you. I've heard that can turn into a really long one sometimes.
I had that was a very long swim for me as well, but it was not the length of the swim, but it was I got badly stung by the jellyfish, of course,
Oh, yeah.
and I ended up crying in the water. And they said, "I know you're right. Yeah, but it hurts. Are you strong like old?" Well, okay, thank you. And you just kept on swimming, and you feel safe because you have knowledge people around you, and then it doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah. We get to lean into that. I think at least I speak for myself, really independent and I could do it myself, but then when I go into a swim like that, like that human connection with your crew and depending on them and their knowledge and their experience, it makes it that much richer because it turns out we need each other as humans, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I had two of the young. There were two young guys who was on the boat in Hawaii, and they were body surfing while I was swimming because it was a huge swells in the
Wow.
water. And then just, whoa, what are you doing? Are you just keep on swimming? But okay, you can see them just past you when you're swimming. So,
Who went with you to Hawaii? You said you had a friend in the North Channel and your dad was in the English Channel. Did you have anyone with you or you just showed up and said, "Help me get across the channel"?
yeah, most likely. Matt, the captain, he kind of organized the crew, and I have a very simple feeding plan, and I just kind of stick to that. It's not much. I eat every hour, and a gel. That's it.
Wow.
Protein and a gel. 1 hour swim. Oat and wheat and a gel. 1 hour swim, and that's kind of how I go for the whole time. So I'm kind of easy, and I have this plastic schedule for them, so they just have to kind of mark.
Wow. You could go anywhere, just like, "Hello, I'm here to swim. Here's my stuff."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't bring that much. I just have my powders, my gels, and water. Well, that's good. That's good for me. But then I want to have some kind of a Snickers or a soda after the swim. That's very nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that's nice.
or a couple of bananas I used to have in a bag as well, because then you want to choose
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think there was something about you'd mentioned when you started swimming, you had this kind of Hungarian coach who was a little bit like, like, do you think that helped? I'm trying to figure out how you have the grit and the tenacity to like to achieve, like not to to tackle the Ocean 7 in the way that you did. Like I guess I'm just one of those people who's just like, oh, when it comes, the time is right, and you like went for it. So do you think
Yeah.
it was some of that upbringing, or do you find that in your day to day that you're just kind of like get it done person, or I don't know. Tell me a little about that.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't thought about that, but I always, if I want to do something, I really try to do everything that I can do, anything about the situation
Mm-hmm.
to make it be done.
Make it happen. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now as well, because I have a big swim here in Sweden that I'm planning to do.
Yeah.
And I'm not used to sit behind the computer the whole day. I have meetings and I try to schedule stuff, and it's like, whoa, and it's a lot. But if you want to do something, you have to do everything that you can do anything about. So maybe.
Yeah, I hear you. It's if you have like if you can put your finger on the thing that you're passionate about, right? And then just clearing the path to make that happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So what was it after Hawaii? Where did you go next?
I have to look up. I don't remember.
You have to look it up. They get all mixed up after that. I bet there's just another one and then another one and another. We don't have to go. We don't have to retell each of them in order. Which one was the most eventful or interesting that like really sticks out for you?
They all have something, but I always also say that English Channel is very special because it was my first one.
Yeah.
It kind of inspired me for everything, and that's very interesting. I love Hawaii. It's a beautiful place, and I have in Japan. It's very special culture, but still amazing, and very bad current in the water. But still, the people are amazing. So when people ask me which one is the hardest, it's still the Japan.
Yeah. What's that?
Because it took such a long time. We were expecting me to swim in a short amount of time, 6, 7, 8 hours, but it took me 19 hours or
Oh wow.
19 hours. I think it was in Hawaii, in Japan. So that's the toughest. But then Ireland is very special.
Yeah.
I've been there for many times, and yeah, all of them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Was Gibraltar just like that seems shorter? I don't know. So you did 2010, you did the English Channel. The next year you did the North Channel. You were going to do the North Channel, but you ended up doing Hawaii. And did you do like all the rest of them in 2013?
2012, I did Gibraltar, Catalina, Tusago. So I did 3.
Wow.
2012.
Okay. Wow.
And then I had Cook Strait and North Channel, the 13.
13. Wow.
So, yeah.
It's a lot of travel. Were your sponsors helping you out with all that travel to all those places?
Yeah, but I have to plan everything. I have to organize everything by myself. So, yes, he did. And I'm very grateful for that.
And then you had mentioned there was 3 of you going into the North Channel. So somebody was going to have to go there the earliest. So you'd scheduled it early in the year. So it was Michelle Macy, right? And then you, and who was the third?
Yeah. And what's her name? Wasn't she from Australia?
Oh, not to be forgotten.
I don't remember her name now. Yeah, we were 3 of us, and I had a friend in Ireland. We become friends, and he said that we should go out to Copeland Islands. There's an island out in the North Channel, and we took the boat. There was a kind of daily cruising boat over with Clinton, the other captain who was running the North Channel back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend Paul said, Anna is going to do the North Channel. And he was, my swimmer, she's going to bring it home. is Michelle here or where is she? And he didn't say anything else. So I just called Brian. Brian, we better go. If Michelle is here, she is so much faster than me. So we need to go. We need to go now. And he said, okay. And I have to look up stuff. Okay, fine. And then he called me when we got back. Anna, we're leaving for Scotland tonight. I'm like, okay. So there
Ooh,
was no
whoa.
preparation there whatsoever. So they picked me up at my hotel late in the evening, and we went off. And my observer, Gina, she was using sticks. So she was very bad in walking over. Oh my God, what are you going to bring on the boat? Is she going to be able to walk on the boat? But we had a fantastic day.
Oh, wow.
And also, we had John who was going to feed me on the boat. So that was the crew, Brian and two others, skippers on the boat. And we had this perfect day in Ireland. That kind of water and that temperature in the air, it's never happened there.
Is that right?
It's always raining, windy, or both.
Hmm.
Um, and jellyfish all over. I didn't have any. I had this
Wow.
flat, calm sea, sunshine, no jellies whatsoever. I had a male seal that was laying out in the middle of the channel. This was my North Channel. This is not what I've been training in when I've been in Ireland.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Expecting some kind of something hard.
Yeah. And I asked John on the boat, do you want to finish this one with me? He said, do you want me in the water? Yeah, I had never had anyone in the water with me. And it would be such a lovely time if I had someone to finish this big journey with. And he
Yeah.
just, I can do that. Yeah, fine. He had been on the boat the whole day. They are not very, so much suntan on them. So he
Right.
kind of was red all over.
Yeah.
And he was warm, and he got into the water, 13 degrees Celsius. That's not very warm. And he
Right.
was, oh, this is cold. And he started to swim. And Gina and Brian and everyone on the boat, they were shouting at him, John, you can't go that far. I'm like, whoa, wait, what is he doing? And I just had to start sprinting in the water after, plenty of hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if he had been in front of me,
Oh,
the
right.
whole swim
Yeah.
had been destroyed
Disqualify. Yeah. Yeah.
in the end. Uh, but we finished the swim together, and it was such a fantastic moment. And yeah, just loved it.
That's amazing. And that was, yeah. Obviously that was many years ago, 13 years ago now, right? So what have you been up to
Yeah.
since then? You still loving the water?
Oh, yeah. I've done some other swims. I've done a couple of relays, and I did the two-way North Channel swim relay. Yeah, and we were expecting us to swim very fast because we were quite good swimmers, all of us. But the condition was as bad as they can be up there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
My solo swim was faster than us six
Wow.
on one lane. So, and all the jellyfish and
Oh my
all the
gosh.
rain, all the
Oh.
wind and everything. And also, we had done a relay from Island Man back to Ireland.
Hmm.
And also, I swam around Island Man because there was a local guy there who knew Podrick from Newry. And somehow Stephen went, Anna, you should go around Island Man with me. Well, okay. Okay. So I did Island Man before I did Loch Ness. So I
Okay.
said, we just have 1 week because in like 13 days, I'm going to swim Loch Ness. So we don't have that much time around that island. We swim around that one. And also I swam. We have a long island here in Sweden called Öland. And I swam around that one as well. And so this is summer, mid-May, I'm going to swim something called Göta Kanal here in Sweden. It's when you swim from the east side to the west side of Sweden. So you kind of swim through Sweden's two biggest lakes, and you kind of finish down in Gothenburg. And Steven from Island Man is coming and paddle with me. So it's going to be
great.
such a great,
Fun. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Have you been able to keep injury free and inspired to keep going all these years?
Yeah, but it has been tough when you don't have any sponsors. So you can't just lay back and don't do anything, because if you get the opportunity, you need to be fit for it.
Right.
You just have to be able to kind of grease up a little bit more training or anything, but you need to have a good basic training. So that has been quite hard, but now I'm going to do this and hope for the best. Yeah,
that's great. What do you think kind of lessons have you from endurance swimming, from doing all these channels? What's carried over into other parts of your life?
Not much, really.
Not much. No, it's just swimming's over here, living's over there. Yeah. There's not any confidence you've gained. I mean, I imagine, I don't know. It seems like something you would like. There's some kind of emboldening of the self. I mean, you've written a book, so
all these people, and it's amazing to be able to travel all over the world and see everything and tell the story about what I've been doing. And if you want to, you can. Yeah. If you really want to, you have to put your mind into it. And also, I have had swim schools here where I'm living. And Sally from
South Jersey, Jersey.
Yes. And she's kind of my inspire, because I do like that she told the story that she trained kids in the pool, and then she brought them out in the sea, and most likely the parents come along as well. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I do teach in the pool as well. And then I have in the summer swim schools outdoors, and it's such a lovely, and the kids are just, this is fun. And it's just, they are not afraid of anything, but they are not afraid if you show that there's nothing to be afraid of. We don't have any dangerous stuff in the water. Maybe it's not that fun to swim by seaweeds, but doesn't matter. It's no dangerous.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's a beautiful gift to give the young swimmers out there. I love that.
Yeah, me too. I had the swim schools a few years ago, and I had two young girls. They were maybe 5, and they had swim hats. They have on their arms, and they have a tiny little sweatsuits on, and the goggles up here, and it was the last day. They jumped in from the not the bridge, the like the pier or platoon, and they swam in the water. I was talking to one of the mothers, and about, oh my God, I need to be going, because they are out there. If the wind picks up, they would just float away. And they was just swimming and chattering, like old people when they are swimming and talking. It was such a lovely time. And okay.
That's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. It's so important, I think. Well, in addition to the life-saving skill, I think that relationship with the water, it just gives us so much. It clears our head and our, it's not, we're not being, our attention's not being pulled to devices. And I don't know, I mean, some people would say maybe it's like hiking, but I think the water just has a very rejuvenating, rehabilitating quality for our mental well-being. So I think it's just an important that we all have a relationship with the water for that.
Yeah, that's so true, because you feel you can be stressed over something, and then you go swimming and you just leave everything back. It can be a long way to go through training, But as long as when you got into the water, you forget all about the stuff that was hanging over you before the training.
Right. Yeah. It just flutters away to be in your body in the water. It's amazing. Tell us quick about your book. Let's wrap it up so you can get back to your evening.
Yeah. I wrote the book. I got a help from an Irish man in Cork. The same person who helped Stephen Raman to write his book, and I just reached out to Stephen, and he said, "Yeah, you go to Morrissey and you talk to him." So he helped me out, and I did my book about conquering the straits, and it's all about the story, how everything started, and about all my swims on the 7 oceans.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Anna, for sharing your story with us today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.